Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, welcome to my channel. My name is Jackie and let's get started. DIY number 1, I'm going to place down a piece of parchment paper to help keep my area tidy. And here I have a muffin pan and some muffin liners that are candy cane striped, and I got them from Walmart, but I only had 5. Now here I have these little hooks. I got these from Amazon, but Walmart also does carry them. Now they do. And I got these red berries from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to snip off the little berry part. I really like them because they already have the frosted look on them. Now here are some of these clear glass stones from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just placing 2 on each of the little muffin cups. Now here I'm going to go in with some of this Dollar Tree caulking, and I did place a glove in one hand just in case I needed to pat anything down. I didn't want to have a big mess on my hand and stickiness. So I'm just placing some of the caulking down to help adhere everything together, and a small piece of packing foam. Now here I'm just taking a cup, and I'm going to place one of these piping bags from the Dollar Tree inside the cup, snip off the tip of the liner of the piping bag, and I'm going to use these nozzles. I didn't know these nozzles were so thin. You'll see it in a little bit. They pipe very thin. I think I prefer the ones that come in an elongated pack as opposed to these. So now here I'm going to use some Dollar Tree lightweight spackle, and I'm going to mix in some white paint into it. I normally use the acrylic paint, but I literally ran out, so I'm having to use this white chalk paint, but it all works out. And so you just mix it up like this, mix it well, and pour the contents inside of the piping bag. Now just push everything down, twist the bag, and just start piping away. Just go in a circular motion, and I just do the first 2, I do them kind of flat because I wanted them to be a little bit different than the others. The others will be more substantial. You'll see in a minute. Oh, and also the reason why we added paint to the lightweight spackle is so when it dries, it'll be white and not a gray, because this lightweight spackle dries like a gray color. And we don't want gray frosting, do we? Nah. Okay, so here I'm taking these toy golf balls from the Dollar Tree. In a perfect world, I would have used some styrofoam balls, but I literally didn't have any more. I thought I did, but I didn't. So I had to improvise and use some golf balls, which worked fine. So here I just continue to pipe away, and while the spackling is still moist, then I'll add my hooks and my little berries to be my cherries. Now here is a pack of these polymer clay little pieces that I got from an Etsy shop, and I'll link everything in my description box, of course, but they're going to be my sprinkles because they are so cute little shapes. Now here I'm just adding some of the little gingerbread men that I've had from other projects, and these will go on the 2 shorter cupcakes, and I'm just going to add some super fine glitter just to make it really cute and sparkle, and that is it. Here's how they look, and a closer look at the final reveal. In this video, I'll be using this cordless hot glue gun that my friends at Hiipoo sent me, and it comes with all these glue sticks, different colors and clear ones, and a magnetic stand, and a cable that you plug in and charge it for about 1.5 hours, and then you have lots of hot gluing time that you don't have to worry about charging it up. So we're going to try it out. DIY number 2, I'm going to take these gingerbread men that I got from 24 Hour Crafts and this Merry Christmas wood sign from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to go in with the apple barrel paint in the color nutmeg brown, of course, give them a full coat of paint. And now I picked up this really pretty red and white gingham fabric from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to snip off a nice rectangle, and I'm not using a pattern or anything. I'm just going to wing it because it's just how I do. And I'm going to just do a small bead of hot glue, which this glue gun is really good for. It puts out very small amounts of glue down, so you don't have to worry about adding too much glue to anything. And I'm going to fold up the ends, so the 2 sides and the bottom. I don't do the top because we'll be covering that up, but basically I'm just trying to finish off the ends, the sides. Now here I'm realizing it's a little bit too long, so I'm going to snip off a piece, and here again it's a little bit too long, so snip off a little bit more. So basically this little piece will work perfectly. Now I'm just going to add a little dab of glue and then create a little pleat by folding it over, and then I'll do another one, keep folding the fabric over and add another dab, fold some more. And I'm going to show you all this because I want to make sure you guys see how I do this. This is not typical. So here I just keep pleating it until I have a cute little skirt. Look how adorable. And here I'm just trimming off some little fibers that were hanging off. Now here I'm just going to add a nice bead of glue, and I'm going to place the little skirt part of her dress down, get it nice and adhered. And now I'm going to take some more of the fabric, and I'm going to cut off another small rectangle piece. And now I'm going to place it on her torso portion, and with a Sharpie I'm just going to very lightly outline where the cuts need to be, the neck part, and then the sleeve part, and then of course the bottom. So I'll go ahead and snip all that off, and I'll get one side done and then fold it over and snip off the other side just to make sure that everything is nice and uniform. So you can see here's where I fold it over and make sure everything is the same on both ends, both sides. So once I get that done and it fits perfectly, then I'll go ahead and add some glue to adhere her top part of her dress, and I'll place it down. Look at that, super cute. So now we're going to do a little bit of embellishing with some white rickrack because I think this look is adorable. And I'm just going to snip off a piece and add it to her waistline and allow that to set. And then I'll continue to add some more pieces on her sleeves. She's wearing like a short sleeve shirt or dress. Adhere those on there, and we'll just wait a second to allow all the glue to set. Now we'll go ahead and attach all the pieces to the back, all the pieces of rickrack. So we'll adhere this piece back here and all the other pieces as well. Just kind of tug it and pull it to the back. And don't worry too much about how the back looks because this will be placed on a sign, so you won't see the back. And then just do the same thing to the top pieces. And then that's it for her. She's done for now. So now we're going to take some more of this fabric. Just do a nice little square, more of a square on this one. And I'm going to create some little suspender overalls for these little boys. And by the way, these little boys are going to represent my grandsons. And the little girl is my granddaughter. If you guys haven't guessed it by now, you guys know I love creating to represent my grandchildren. So this little square, I made a cut down the bottom to help make the pants part. So I'm just cutting it, and I'm going to snip off a little bit on each side, like in a diagonal. It's right here, it's kind of looking like a diaper, but that's the way it's supposed to look. So go with it. So we'll go ahead and adhere that. Now I'm just going to snip off another little piece because it's just a little bit too long. And now I'm going to adhere the inside portions of the little pants, and I'll snip off another little piece on the other side and do the same thing. Adhere that little portion on the inside of the pants, and now I'll just adhere the two parts on the sides, and just like that, voila, little pants. Look how cute. Now these little pieces that I cut off that were excess, I decided, oh, these are super cute. These are going to be the suspenders of the overalls. So look at that. Great way to reuse those remnant pieces that we cut off. So here's the second one. Just add a little bead of glue and place it on and set that aside. We'll do the rest the same way. And now I'll go ahead and adhere that suspender part to the back, and I just kind of tug it and pull it to the back and adhere it with a little dab of glue, and here they are. Super cute. Oh my goodness, I just can't. So now I'm going to go in with some of this slick paint by Tulip, and I'm going to add some little buttons to the Gingerbread Men's or the Gingerbread Kids suspenders, and I'm just going to add these little peppermints. These I got from Amazon, and I'll link them, of course, or I think they're already linked in my Amazon store. They are. And look how adorable. So now I thought, nope, I gotta do some more. So I'm just gonna do a couple little buttons because the top looked a little bare. So I'm just gonna add some of both of these to make the little buttons. And the reason why I didn't use the hot glue instead is because I wanted a little bit of outline of the white paint to make it look like a little bit of icing and then the candy on top. So that was my thinking, and you'll see that in the final reveal. This is a little bit too far to see it. Well, here, show you a little bit better here. But look how adorable for the little girl. Oh my goodness. So then I realized, oh, I didn't put anything on her little collar. So I'm just going to add a little bit of the rickrack to her collar and do the same thing. Add a little dab of glue on the back and pull it and adhere it to the back like this. And now, of course, I'm not going to stop. I just can't stop. I'm going to take a little bit of baker's twine, create a tiny little bow, just really tiny little bow. And I'm going to adhere that to her collar. Yeah, her neck, her collar, because I thought it would be like super cute. And again, a little dab of glue and place it on there. And look how cute. And of course, I can't stop. Got to do another bow. This is with the red and white gingham ribbon from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to create another quick little bow with this ribbon. And of course, this is going to go on her little head. And she's going to look so cute. Now, at this point, I was considering not painting their faces, kind of doing like the no face gingerbread kids. And that was my first thought. But then I thought, oh my goodness, I have to do faces. So I went in with the same slick paint and created some just simple, basic gingerbread cookie faces. Just a couple dabs for the eyes, and a little thing for the mouth. And then on the little girl, I gave her a little bit on the feet. And on the boys, I do the same, but I didn't show it because it was like a last minute idea. So now here I'm taking this plaque from the Dollar Tree. These are brand new. I don't know where the little tag went to, but I tell you, these are from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to take a little bit of this antique wax by Waverly. And I'm just going to do a little bit of kind of like distressing on the sides and on the middle. Then I decided to just go ahead and distress most of it. I just do very lightly. I don't really go too thick with it. Just until it looks like this. So now here is nice and dry. And here is my Merry Christmas. I'm just going to place these where I think I want them. I want the little girl in the middle, my little granddaughter, because she's the oldest. So she's the queen, the princess. And then the little boys all around her, because that's usually how it goes. And I'm just going to use my hot glue gun and adhere all these pieces onto my board. And that is it. This is how it looks, and a closer look at the final reveal. For DIY number 3, I'm going to take one of these leftover haunted house plaques from the Dollar Tree, and we're going to make it a not so haunted sweet house. So I'm going to go in with some of this chalk paint by Folk Art, give it a nice full coat, and I'm going to take some of this baker's twine, also from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to go around the whole perimeter of this little house until it looks like this. And I'm going to turn it over to the back, and I'm taking some more of this beautiful gingham fabric from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to snip off pieces to cover the window portions. And I'm just going to take my time and do a lot of cutting and placing. That's basically all it is, cut and place, until I get everything nice and covered. And I do pay a little special attention to the very top where the roof line is. It's a little bit of a cut that needs to be done there, so I just do that real quick. Just kind of place it down and see where I need to cut it. And I'll just snip off that piece until everything is nice and covered. And a little tiny square for the top window that was kind of like an odd piece up top. So I just cut that and place that on top. Now I go ahead and take my hot glue gun and adhere everything in place. And I gotta say, I'm really liking this little glue gun. It is pretty handy. It doesn't put out too much glue, so it's really good for little detailed pieces. And it's held the charge all this time that I've been using it for these crafts. And I'll have all the links in my description box for you guys if you're interested in checking them out. And I really do like the little magnetic stand. It is pretty handy. So it's definitely a thumbs up for me. Really do like it. So I'm just finishing adding all my fabric onto the back and adhering this last piece here. Oh, I did realize I didn't add another piece on the bottom, and I do that in a little bit. I do not forget it. And here I'm just adding a little bow on the top, just because, you know, I like my bows. And here's where I add the last little piece on the bottom. I don't know how I've missed that, but good thing for second chances. So here, just add that piece on the bottom just to make it nice and finished. And now we'll flip it back over and do a little bit of embellishing. It doesn't need much. I'll just add a couple of the little gingerbread men on the front, and I'll create a tiny little bow out of some baker's twine for the little girl. And then I'll add some peppermints from Amazon, and those are already in my Amazon storefront because I use them pretty often. And that is it for this one. Super cute, not so spooky haunted house anymore. And this is how it looks, and a closer look at the final reveal. For DIY number 4, I am taking a pack of these ornaments. I really like them because they have that candy look, and I'm just going to remove all these hangers. I don't need them, and I'm going to go in with some of the cellophane wrap from the Dollar Tree as well, and I'm just going to wrap each one to look like a candy, and I'm going to use my little craft clips to hold one side while I tie the other side with some baker's twine. And that is all for this one. It's super simple, so I'll just go around and give it a nice good tie and create a little bow just to make it look cutesy. And then I could do the other side as well. Remove the craft clip and make a little tie and bow on that side. Oh, and I do add a little dab of glue to help keep the bow in place. That way the bow does not come undone. And that is it for this one, and I went ahead and just did all of them in the same manner. Fluff up all the cellophane on the ends, and that is it. Super cute. Look how adorable. And this is how they look, and a closer look at the final reveal. For DIY number 5, we're going to make some more candy. I'm going to take these rollers. These are the jumbo rollers from Dollar General. Dollar Tree does have some rollers, but they're a lot smaller. These are the jumbo ones, so I decided to use these. And now I'm going to use some of this peppermint patterned fabric from Walmart, and I'm just going to do a bead of glue and adhere these rollers to the fabric. And so I'll add some glue, and then I'll just roll the rollers until I get it nice and covered. I'll snip off the excess, and then I'll do another bead of glue to help seal the edge like this. Roll it one more time, massaging all the glue in the process, that way there's no clumps. Now I'm taking some more of the cellophane, and I'm going to wrap it in the cellophane, and I'll do as the previous DIY. I'll just use my craft clip to hold one end as I tie the other end. And once I get them tied, I don't do any bows on these because I will be turning these into candy canes. So I'm just doing a double knot, snipping off the excess, fluffing up the cellophane ends. And since these are foam rollers, they are bendable, so that's how we'll create the candy canes. So I'll just start bending and creating that candy cane shape. And how fun to have these on your Christmas tree. Nice wrapped and faux candy canes. Here's how they look, and a closer look at the final reveal. If you're on Instagram, I invite you to come follow me there. And here is my TikTok QR code as well. Here's my Pinterest handle. And I do have a crafting group on Facebook. And now we're at the final reveal. Let me know what you guys think. Well, I take a moment and thank Hiipoo for sending me the cordless hot glue gun. I really did enjoy using it for these projects. It worked perfectly for them. And if you're interested in checking them out, I'll have all their links in my description box for you guys. And I also like to thank all of you for taking time out of your busy day to watch my video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. And if you want to see more, definitely subscribe. Until my next video, stay healthy, safe, and strong, and have a great, great day. Bye-bye.